Let's transition to the boys in blue. You know what I'm saying? The New York Giants, man. Their season's over. You know what? I'm not. You know what? Check this out, man. When I was,
I'm about to go. I'm gonna go take a nap on my sofa and shit. Y'all can call me. Y'all can call me when this fucking topic is over and shit.
I'm not even
for the Giants, man.
So let's take a we didn't even get to talk about the Giants yet. Let's take a shot for the Giants.
Let's take a shot for the Giants.
We need to take a shot for the Giants for real. And me and Q, we wearing big blue right here. So but we gotta take a shot. Yo, salute.
Salute. But listen, man.
Oh, big blue.
You know, we were on the thread last week during the game, right? And Q said something very interesting. We were deciding, should we do post game analysis after the Giants game? Q was like, this nigga, he gonna hear three niggas complaining.
Yo, that was awesome.
And as funny as that was, I was like, yo, he might have a point, man. So I'm kind of glad we fell back for a couple of days, and it got a chance for the anger to quell, and for the emotion maybe to dissipate a little bit, and the logic to kick in a little bit. Correct? Right. So I'm not even mad anymore. We are who we are, right? I'm of the mindset. We already know we're not making the playoffs. I'm of the mindset. And I know people don't like this. I don't give a shit. Let's tank. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure if we're gonna get Caleb Williams, but let's go for it. Let's go for a higher echelon quarterback. We might end up with a quarterback in the second round. I don't know, high second round. It doesn't matter. We know Daniel Jones, who had the ACL injury, out for the season. Yeah. Same thing with Zach Wilson. And the way I picture it, he's not the guy, man. That's just me. He's probably gonna be his starting next year, right? Maybe he. I was looking at doing some research today. And that's like an 8-month injury. So theoretically, he can probably come back and start. We're on the books for him next year, so we're not going to get rid of him. But the plan, in my opinion, is draft the QB, let him play under Daniel Jones for a while, let him kind of like Eli Manning and Kurt Warner, and then get him in there. You know what I'm saying?
Eli.
Look, Giants defense the last couple of weeks was looking great before this game. You know what I'm saying? They put together, I think they were ranked 12 against the pass and 24 against the rush, which isn't great, but they strung together a couple of good games, man. The defense was looking stout, and it looked like they ran into a truck when they played against the Raiders, who were in disarray, man, because you got Antonio Pierce, brand new coach, and shout out to Pierce, he's one of us. Right? You know what I'm saying?
World champ with us.
World champ with us. New quarterback, new offensive coordinator, basically new water boy, new bus driver, the whole shit. You know what I'm saying? And
that's it, man.
They had Bobby Boucher out there.
Yeah, and like I said, they look really bad. It looked like they ran into a buzzsaw. But listen, Q, like if I'm the Giants, we just traded Leonard Williams. He goes to Seattle, right? Got a second round pick for him next year, and then a 5th round, right? I think they said if the draft was right now, we'd have the 4th pick. We already have our own 1st round, right? Let's package that shit up. Let's try to move up, right? You made a good point, Q. Arizona's probably not going to draft a quarterback. Kyler Murray's back playing again. You know what I'm saying? The Bears are iffy on Justin Fields, and I think they sit above the Giants in terms of draft position, right?
They got 2 picks. They got the second and third. They got second and third.
Right. So, Q, what do you think? Tank, get a high quarterback, or is there another route you would go?
No, I think we tank. And to be honest, I don't even think we would probably even need to tank. I just think we're not gonna really win.
Yeah, I just don't want to win a couple of bullshit games just on some.
I definitely don't want to win anything.
Yeah.
I think if we could stay at 4, because on the books, the Bears is a better team than us. You know, so like if they automatically have the number 2 pick because they got that from the Panthers. So, but if they can eventually drop down, we can have the 3. Because I and then what? I don't think the Arizona is going to take the number 1 Caleb Williams, but then nobody ever knows what the hell is going to happen in the NFL. And number 2, and the 2 pick, are the Bears going to give up on Justin Fields after 3 years? I don't see that happening neither, but if they have 2 and 3, they might just fuck up the whole world. Like, I would be a dick and draft Caleb Williams and trade him to a team. And I knew what you got, bro. You know what I mean? Or I need some picks or some shit, or trade for picks. But I don't think we need to win. Tommy DeVito, I don't see Tommy DeVito winning anything. I don't think, and I've always used to say this, but I'm always optimistic, and I'm such a New York Giant fan that as soon as I see Daniel Jones playing well, I think he's the future of this organization. But I need to stand on my word and just say this is what I always felt. I didn't think Daniel Jones, even though he had a great rookie season, after that, it just wasn't. It was the same thing. It was the same thing from years 2, 3, 4, just mediocre. We don't need mediocre on this Giants team. You know, you need to have a good quarterback, you know, like and we need to have somebody who can throw the ball great. Yo, he's athletic. I'm pretty sure Daniel Jones can go somewhere else and excel, and you know, no doubt about it. But right now, he's not what this team needs. He's really not. And we have pieces, you know. We gave away Leonard Williams, and you know, hopefully they use that money from the free cap space because we need Saquon Barkley back. We're gonna if we end up making to the playoffs, we're gonna need Saquon in the next 4 or 5 years in order to do that. You know, and I just think we need to do it because I think Saquon and us has been the only dude who's came back from injuries, got injuries, he's given his blood, sweat, and tears to this organization, and keeps saying he wants to play. So I think it's only the right thing to do just to pay this man, you know, some coins. You know what I mean? Like they're the lowest paid fucking position, and you know he's the one. Yo, they had the nerve to run the whole fucking second half. Two and a half quarters for him, and you paying me pennies, bro. Like you know, it's just in my eyes just not right. But we need a quarterback. You know that just goes without saying. I think everything else is gonna move, and the cylinders are gonna start clicking. This locker room is probably in disarray right now. They don't know what to do. Everybody's going down. We lost Leonard. We lost Leonard Williams. Andrew Thomas got hurt early on. Fucking. You know, Saquon Barkley got hurt early on. Like, you could just imagine, like, these are guys that we needed to win a lot of those games, and they weren't there. And then Daniel Jones goes down, and he comes back, and he's out for the season. Tyrod Taylor goes out. He's hurt. He's hurt for the rest. God knows how long.
Didn't you mention the riff in the locker room with McKinney that you sent us the Xavier McKinney?
Yeah, that's something else too. You know, because these players are gonna start saying some shit.
He's been saying a lot lately, Xavier McKinney, man. He said, you know, he thought they were in win. I mean, originally he said he thought they were in win now mode or something like that, and it doesn't appear that they are. Looks like they're still building. He looks visibly annoyed at the way things are going, man, and you know it's causing a rift in the locker room. But Ed, I wanted to ask you this, man. Give me your take on where the Giants should go in terms of, do we draft a quarterback? Do we give Daniel another year, go get an offensive tackle? Like, you know, what do you think we should do?
Man, like how long have we been trying to rebuild this offensive line? Like, how much do we need to do? You know what I mean? I feel like
Evan Neal's a bust. He
was a bust, and then, you know, Thomas is hurt. You know, he's great, but he's always hurt.
We got Pugh, who's, you know, who just came off the couch.
Yeah, you know what I mean. My man was eating honey buns on the couch, and then comes back to MetLife, and you know, I feel like one big mistake they did. This is just my opinion, trading away Leonard Williams. He wasn't the problem. You know what I mean? He was out there getting sacks. Like this week, our defense had 0 sacks. 0. They cannot get to Aiden O'Connell at all.
Thibodeau didn't have a great game. He kind of regressed a little bit, but I think that was a good move trading Leonard Williams, man. Honestly, you know what I'm saying?
You had Josh Jacobs out there running wild. You had Jacoby Meyers score a touchdown on us. You know what I mean? And it was crazy. They made O'Connell look like a stud out there, like that Giants team. Our backup QB Shane Flacco. I mean, Tommy DeVito. He ain't gonna do well. You know what I mean? You know, Shane Flacco from the replacements. He got a gun, but the kid, like, you can see that he's right off the street. Like, he was throwing guns to the other team. He threw 2 back-to-back intos in back-to-back drives. Like, dude, what are you doing? Like, you know what I mean? He got sacked. They sacked us a total 8 times. He got sacked 6. I mean, we just didn't complete this array. I don't know what the hell is happening. I just feel like, you know what? I agree with Child. Let's just tank. Let's just try to see if we get Williams or whatever's available out there, the next best thing, and see if we move on, man. Because we're already at the same amount of losses we had last year. You know what I mean? So season done, party done. Like, you know, like my Jamaican friend says, party done. That's it, wrap. It's a wrap, man.
Yeah.
They play the Cowboys next week at Dallas. Like,
it's a wrap. It's a wrap. You know, real quick on the Leonard Williams thing, man. Like, I've heard a couple of people say they didn't like the Leonard Williams trade. I actually think, you know what? I actually want to give Joe Schoen some props, man. I think that was a phenomenal fucking trade, and I'm gonna tell you why, man. You got a 2nd and a 5th for a player whose contract is up at the end of the fucking year. You know what I'm saying? That's a fucking steal. How did he pull that shit off? You know what I'm saying?
That's a W. That's a W.
And he goes to Seattle. he gets to compete for a ring because Gino and Pete Carroll and them niggas, they balling over there. They just got smashed by the Ravens last week, but they still have a good team, and they're still in contention of the in the NFC, man. And just speaking of Joe Schoen, man, like there's a lot of negatives this year, obviously, right? But there's some positives, man. We getting a lot of good play out of a lot of our draft picks, man. Karaki came over. He's balling out. Thibodeau's he's starting to step up now. He's doing well, even though he's kind of off last week. Pennock is a really good safety.
Sexy Dexy.
Trey Hawkins, a 6th round pick, is a fucking great fucking play in the secondary, man. Wanda Robinson showing flashes. I like Deonte Banks. He got smoked on a go route last week. But, you know what I'm saying? He's a rookie. He's gonna make those fucking mistakes.
Slayton out there.
Obviously Jalen Hyatt, man. But Joe Schoen is getting good production out of some of these rookie picks, man. So he had a decent draft for me, and year 3 of Dable and Shane, I think it's going to be a lot better. We knew they were going to have to take a step back to step forward. I think everyone was hype off the playoff shit last year, but there's a silver lining in this fucking thunderstorm, man. You know what I'm saying? What do y'all think about that?
I agree. I just feel like one thing I need to call out now that you're talking about the GM. One thing is that that's a big part of team like camaraderie or like team chemistry rather. I feel like they need to drop and let go some of those Gettleman guys. Some of the guys that Gettleman signed for us, they're just not working, like Adoree. Like, you know how I feel about Adoree. I feel like they should have traded Adoree instead of Leonard. You know what I mean? I like Leonard, but yeah, I agree with you. When we got back, it was a steal. So I like it from that vantage point.
For an expiring deal, yeah.
Yeah, I just don't like that, because Leonard was, he was big for us, getting in there, attacking the quarterback, attacking, the running backs and stuff like that. That's the only thing I'm gonna miss about Leonard. You know, because when they traded him from the Jets to the Giants, I'm like, I loved it. I'm like, we got big man. That's like, you know what I mean? And that's the only thing, but I do give kudos to him. But I feel like we got to get rid of some of those Gettleman guys and what's his name, Joe Schoen. Joe Schoen got to bring his guys in, and maybe we could transition.
He's starting to, though. He's starting to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
McFadden, they got a nice linebacker core. I'm not mad at the defense at all, man. I think we need another playmaker on offense, man. We talked about homie from Cincinnati. We're still gonna keep an eye on that.
Yeah,
him coming over here. Higgins, we'll see, but all that's null and void if you can't get the ball to him, man. And
I just think the Giants just need these players, and it's sad to say because they came in with high hopes and optimistic, so we're going back to the playoffs, which they probably could have done if they weren't so injury prone. They just looked like a mess from the beginning, even when they were healthy. They just weren't making it happen, and it kind of gave me. It kind of resembled the second season of Ben McAdoo. I'm not saying David was there, but McAdoo came in and he showed us something. I'm like, wow, that's it. We're gonna go someplace. And then the next season, you're like, okay, you shit the bed. And then that's what Dable kind of did, but he did it with less talent and more and I don't mean that like in a talent wise. I mean like in veteran seasons. He's doing it with a lot of new guys. That need to learn the ropes, and he's actually shaping his team up. So I don't think the Giants, obviously, they're not going to go that way. What they did with McAdoo, because he was just a shitty coach, But this is what it is. These guys are going to start saying things that they probably don't mean, and and I just hope they don't get injured trying to play so hard, knowing that they're not going to go nowhere. If I was really smart, I would just play these guys a little bit of, just give them a little play time. But I'm not going to be playing them all game. I don't want, Pugh to get hurt, or to imagine Tommy DeVito go down. I don't want Saquon Barkley to try to run 30 rushes in one game and then tear an ACL again, or worse, an Achilles. Because if he does an Achilles, bro, his career is probably over at that point. I don't want none of that. At this point, we just need to play it safe and just fuck it. And I think that's the type of communication that the senior leadership and the Giants organization needs to relay back to this team. Because we're 1-6 or 2-6, 2-7.
The Giants are 2-7.
Yeah, 2-7. We're not going nowhere. That's it. We're not going nowhere. We don't need to win another game.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be a bloodbath this week. You see what they did to us with Daniel Jones. Now we got Danny DeVito going against DeMarcus Lawrence and Micah Paul. They're gonna eat their food this week.
We had our entire starting lineup, and the fucking Cowboys gave us 40-0.
40, bro.
It's gonna look like a basketball game against handicapped people. It's gonna be like 98-0.
If they just made O'Connell look like a superstar, like the next best thing. Imagine when that comes in Dallas Stadium, man. They're gonna kill us.
But to be honest, man, if O'Connell.
No, he
doesn't look like a bad call. Like he looks
he doesn't.
He looks like all right, man. Like if Tommy DeVito had half of what fucking O'Connell had, we would be in a little bit better shape.
Word up. My man O'Connell looked like Dan Fouts out there for the Raiders that weekend, man. I was like, yo, who is this kid, bro? With the little porn stash going. I'm like, who is this kid, bro? But yo, Shane Flacco, Tommy DeVito, he gotta go, man.
O'Connell.
Darker days to come.
That's the first time I got a real decent look at O'Connell, man. He hit
out of Purdue, man.
I think he hit Trey Tucker for like a 72-yard completion. I was like, okay, that's the shit I was talking about. Deontay Banks got lit up on that play, man. But he's not bad. He's not real talk. He's not bad. I give him a little. I gotta see a little bit more. You know what I mean? But from what I've seen so far, he's decent. He definitely looks better than Garoppolo. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, man. Way better than Garoppolo. The thing I love about him is when NFL. When teams do this, when they get like a quarterback that's a late rounder, like he was the round 4 pick 135. Like look, and look how he's playing. Like his first, it was his first game. Next game he's gonna play a better defense in the Jets. But he balled out. He balled out against the Giants.
But last week it sealed it for me, man. I was like, Raiders one of the worst defenses in the league, man. Pass rushers like ranked 19th or 20th or some crazy shit. Obviously Max Crosby is a beast. That dude Tyree Wilson is good. They get to the quarterback, but on a whole, the defense is trash. And what do we score against them?
6, bro.
6 points, bro.
6, bro.
That's fucking embarrassing, bro.
Yo, that was ridiculous.
And when they were letting DeVito throw a little bit, but he's running around like a chicken with no fucking head.
And he's throwing it to the other jersey, man. He was just throwing it straight to the other jersey.
I want him to win. He's from Jersey. I like that. He's close to the town and all that. But
good fella.
I don't want him. Good fella. Yeah, no doubt. But I don't want him to win for the next 7 games, whatever the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? Let's get this draft pick. Let's get this draft capital and let's keep moving forward, man. And next year, remind me. Don't say, yo, Cash, stop jumping out the fucking window.
Now, let me ask you a question, because I know y'all true Giants fans. Has this been one of the worst Giants teams y'all seen in the last like 2 decades, or as long as y'all seen the Giants play football? Has this been one of the worst Giants teams?
Yeah.
I agree.
One of the worst. There's been some bad ones, but this is definitely one of the worst. They can't score.
I would say win-wise. I think talent-wise, we have a lot of good pieces.
Yeah, on paper.
It's just like nothing, not even on paper. It's just like nothing ain't meshing. We're trying to figure everything out, but nobody knows what to do with it. And then when you have to make all those adjustments mid-season, you have to deal with all this stuff. And to be honest, we really didn't have, no contingency plans. Like we lost a lot so early that we didn't really have enough to build it back up quick enough for us to even make a push.
So many injuries, man.
So many
injuries. But I still think even with the injuries, man, we just can't move the ball, man. The fucking ball, man.
The only bright spot right now is
Daniel Jones, Tommy DeVito, Tyrod Taylor a little bit better, but let's be honest, it's not like we was lighting shit up with them in the game.
Word up. The only bright spot was Barkley. Since Barkley came back, he's rushed over 90 yards in all like the past 3 games he's been back. That's the only bright spot. But it's like the same thing with the Jets, with the Giants. If you can't get the ball in scoring position and you can't score, you're not gonna go far. You're not gonna go far in the NFL. You're not gonna go far, man.
You're not gonna go far, man. So
it's fucking Cowboys, man. Fucking Cowboys.
bloodbath this week. You think the first game was bad? Where we lost by 40, or would they score 40 on whatever the fuck it was? It's gonna be a bloodbath this week. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a blood fucking bath. But the worst thing that could happen is it could be like, like a fluke, and we fuck around and beat them. Like that's the type of shit that goes down with these New York teams, man. Like we'll win a couple of bullshit games that we weren't supposed to win. You know what I mean? On some fluke shit, like the Jets beating the Eagles. Now it looks like a fluke. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But hopefully that don't happen, man. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the Giants.